Welcome to our host and all the participants. Thank you for the opportunity to speak here today. Last year's virtual conference was a novelty for most of us. Coming together today in an integrated physical and digital environment shows just how much technology has helped to change the way we work. In the space of only 1 year, virtual meetings are the norm, not the exception. That's an important reflection of what is happening with artificial intelligence all over the place. AI is removing the boundaries between the physical and the digital world, creating a truly digital-driven infrastructure. It's also appropriate that we discuss this topic here in Shanghai. China is a world leader, not just in technology, but in adapting it and using it to transform the way we do things. In more than 25 years of supporting Chinese businesses, we have helped to drive that transformation. We are delighted that ABB's robotics business is the #1 in China, with a complete value chain from R&D to service to sales. China is by far the biggest and fastest growing robotics markets in the world. In 2019, 38% of the world's robotics installations were in China. And from this leadership position today, let's look at the future, because China will surely lead in the transformation to automation in the workspace. At ABB, we can see a day when robots will perform jobs that people no longer want to do. Dull, dirty, and dangerous, and repetitive work. This will lead to a healthy, more rewarding work environment with better, safer, more value-added jobs for people around the world. We can see a day when a robot is as familiar in your workplace as the laptop on your desk. A robot you can work with side by side, simply instructing it by speaking to it. And that's a day closer than you might imagine. Right now, robotics is undergoing the same transformation that computing did 40 years ago. Just as computers moved from mainframe in data centers to the palm of your hand, robotics is moving from the factory floor to warehouses, hospitals, restaurants, shops, and beyond. And the integration of AI is essential to that shift. We are driving a digital transformation of physical robots, making autonomy more intelligent, more productive, and more applicable, all while making it easier for people to use. Why is the transformation happening? Because companies around the world are navigating changes in customer needs driven by 4 megatrends. Product variants are expanding, life cycles are becoming shorter, and consumers are demanding personalization. This is challenging manufacturing to think differently. At the same time, an aging population is shrinking the workforce, and people are less willing to perform those dull, dirty, and dangerous jobs I just mentioned before. Manufacturing is increasingly powered by machine learning, and AI is enabling new digital solutions to help improve operations. And uncertainty is something we are all familiar with. Even before the pandemic, trade conflicts, political uncertainties, and natural disasters all impacted manufacturing globally. This requires more flexibility in processes and operational assets. Our response to these megatrends is to create automation solutions that deliver 4 key values: productivity, quality, flexibility, and simplicity. Today, flexibility and simplicity are becoming increasingly important for our customers. Above all, sustainability is becoming a key factor for all of us. From reducing waste and energy use to creating benefits for wider society, sustainability is driving shifts in these megatrends. and that influences our support for our customers. Together, these factors drive our technology direction and ambition. In this decade, we will fully harness the power of robotics and AI to unlock sustainable growth in new sectors of the economy. We will make work even more rewarding, safer, healthier, and more productive for people. And we will do this by focusing on 4 key areas: autonomy, mobility, vision and sensing capabilities, and software. Today, our robots already excel at dirty, difficult, and repetitive jobs that people are turning away from. We are taking the next step by integrating AI into sophisticated hardware to deliver even greater efficiency through higher output and improved quality. AI brings reduced cost with shorter commissioning and simpler operations, and it extends the potential for automation to a wider range of applications. In doing that, we extend the potential of people to work with and direct robots while doing more value-added work. Intelligent robots will give businesses the flexibility and productivity they need to address the challenges and opportunities posed by those megatrends. Let's look at 3 areas where we are already applying AI to make ABB robots more intelligent. The first area is vision and sensing. Quality inspection is an area where AI-powered robots can perform more quickly, accurately, and efficiently. Here you can see our AI robot in action. The welded pieces is delivered to the measuring cell, and the robot captures and analyzes detailed 3D images within an AI-enabled quality measurement engine. Our AI robot makes the quality inspection stage 10 times faster and much more accurate, identifying defects as small as 20 microns. Vision AI is also the power behind autonomous guidance, a next step for robots that can move as they need to, guiding themselves around the workplace. And there is an example of an ABB robot working for elevator firm Schindler on a construction site. Elevator installers usually work in high and narrow spaces, drilling holes in a concrete lift shaft. Instead of risking people's safety in this task, our AI-powered robots travel up and down the shaft, scanning walls and determine if there is a hidden reinforcement bar underneath and drilling the holes in the correct location to secure the elevator. AI enables the robot to work in a constantly changing environment, and this makes the job faster, safer, and more efficient. The second area where we are applying AI is for greater autonomy and mobility, to allow robots to work on an even more complex task. Deep learning offers the possibility to detect and localize objects with diverse and complex backgrounds. What you see here in a robot using deep learning together with sensor fusion to accurately assemble a vehicle cockpit as the car body travels down the production line. This means that people no longer need to perform the ergonomically challenging work that can lead to injuries from repetitive tasks. In this third area, we are combining these abilities with reinforcement learning to teach our robots to work in uncontrolled environments. This may mean a robot presented with an unfamiliar situation or perhaps working directly with a human. Here you can see our YuMi cobot learning how to assemble a simple 2-piece structure. And through simulation, the software can learn rapidly in isolation without the robot itself even needing to perform the task. Truly, we are combining the digital and the physical world to make a smarter solution. These combined skills open the way for automation outside manufacturing in dynamic and uncontrolled environments. For example, they help robots become smarter at recognizing different objects for packing in a warehouse. We are working on a depalletizing system that allows a robot to recognize and pick boxes from a pallet without any previous information about the type and weight of the box, material, size, or even color. And we can extend this to identify and pick different objects from a bin at high speed, from a rubber duck to a chocolate bar. And if you think all of this is just theory, here is a great example of our AI robot working today in a real-world, uncontrolled environment. Here, a robot secures containers at the Tianjin Port, completely automating the last manual task within a port distribution process. After the robot crane has delivered the container to a vehicle, the robot locks it onto a vehicle. There are hundreds of these twist locks in use. AI enables the robot to learn the type of lock it is presented with, identifying it correctly as the truck arrives and operates it without human instruction. For me, this is just the beginning. When I imagine the future, I see robots embedded in workplaces. I see robots assisting and working side by side with human beings. I see robots as ubiquitous in the workplace as a laptop or a cell phone is today. And I believe the benefits to society will surpass those of the computer age that started over 40 years ago. AI robotics is not just the future, it is happening now. The physical and digital worlds are becoming truly integrated. The combination of robotics and AI will increase efficiency, reduce waste and costs, and make work safer and more rewarding for people, all essential in meeting the challenges of global megatrends and helping our society. This combination will be necessary in all sectors, not just manufacturing. It is said that AI will pass the Turing test by 2030, enabling machines to interact completely naturally with humans. We are harnessing the power of that possibility today to create robots that support and elevate the jobs of human workers across all industries. This will make this a decade of real transformation. Thank you.